Hi everyone, Lee Magpie here, and today I've got something Pokemon related, and this is the new Pokemon battle feature figure Garchomp, and the typing is Dragon Ground, sorry, and this is series 4. I have done quite a lot of these Pokemon figures in the past, but let me tell you something first before I get this out of the packaging. This, for some reason, is not out in the UK. I actually came across this on the US Amazon and I bought it. It was £20. That was quite expensive for a £10 figure. But I really wanted to get this figure. I've been wanting this figure since I've seen the photos of it. And I don't know how long this has actually been out, and I don't know why this hasn't come out in the UK. It might come out in the UK a bit sooner, a bit later, sorry. But at the moment, I had to get it off Amazon, and it was quite a struggle to find. And actually, even though it was £20, it didn't take that long to come. And yeah, I really wanted it as well. So yeah, but really this would have retailed for £10. And yeah, there isn't much more I can say. The packaging overall is the same as all the other packaging. It's got a little bit damage there, but it's no big deal. And it's got the red and white for the Pokeballs, and it's obviously a deluxe action. So as it shows here, it shows you a tail swiping action feature. And then on the back of the box, it shows you Gengar, Blastoise, Garchomp, and all four of these look really cool. And obviously I've got Garchomp, and I really can't wait to get this out of the packaging. I don't know if I'm going to get this one, as it looks a bit funny, and I have actually had a fully articulated version of this one from Tomei, and hopefully it'll be out in the UK for everyone to enjoy. But if you really do want this and you don't mind spending that little bit of money, then I would recommend going on the US Amazon and getting it from there. I thought it was meant to turn up on the 17th of Feb, but it just turned up today real random. So yeah, I'm going to get on with the review. And one more last thing before I get it out the packaging, I think the picture of Garchomp here looks really cool as well. So yeah, without further ado, I'm going to get Garchomp out of the packaging. So everyone, I've got Garchomp out of the packaging and it looks really cool. But first, let me show you the checklist. So this is the checklist, and I've done reviews on these three, and they're really cool figures. I don't really collect the small ones, but they do look really cute and cool. Especially this one. And like I said in the beginning of my video, I have actually had a Garchomp before. This one looks a bit funny, so I ain't going to get this one. These figures have always been a little hit and miss since the company's been took over. And yeah, but I actually saw a leaked photo of the Gala region Ponyta, which looked like it was articulated by the legs. So I really want to get my hands on that. It looked really nice. I don't know when that one's coming out, but I think that'll be series 6. And this is Garchomp out of the packaging, and my overall thoughts on it is it looks really good. It has got a little bit of a flaw, and that's its standing issues. Obviously I've had to balance it by its tail, and its feet actually go a little bit. I'll just show you the feet up close first. So as you can see, it's got like a heel here and it bends there, and the same goes for that one. So you can make it stand, but it is quite difficult. You've got to balance it a very certain way, and it is articulated on the legs. But I have to push the leg a little bit forward like that. So for posability on the legs, it's not really that great. But it can stand, but you need to use the tail. I don't know why they've done it like that, but it would have been cool if you could have had it stood like this without me holding it. But if you wanted it just sticking on the shelf, I would recommend sticking it down on the feet and then sticking it to the surface, and it would stand like that, and then you can pose the arms however you want. But yeah, this is the face up close. It looks really good. They've got the likeness done really well. I love the sculpt of these. I call these like little rockets on the side of his head. Really nicely done. Nicely painted eye in this nice yellow colour, as you can see there. And a bit of black at the back. It can move its head slightly, but not a lot. Well, not really. It can't really move it. I wouldn't like to push that around because it may snap or break. Really nicely painted on the chest as well in this nice red colour. I'm sorry for saying nice a lot, but it is nicely done. It's got a bit of a paint blemish on the arm there, but if I lift up the arms there, I don't think it was done on purpose, as it is sculpted around there. So that's really cool that when you move the arms out, you can actually see that the paint spreads to the arms. And then it's got a nice bit of poppy yellow, none of it blemishes out. And then on the spikes and claws, these are the spikes and claws up close. There's no blemishes there. On this bit here, it's a bit hit and miss there, but it still looks really nice. Same goes for this side, really nicely sculpted. And as you can see, it's got a swivel joint on the arm, which I'm going to show you the articulation in a sec. And then it's got a real nice fin on its back. And then it's got this hidden little handle, which just stick out, but if you want it just on the shelf and it's sat there, and that won't bother you. That might not bother you. And all you do is you press down the handle like that, and it swipes its tail. So that's obviously the battle feature, action feature. It'd be cool if you could actually move the tail however you want it, but you can only have it facing that way. You can't really move it that way unless you put something in there and wedged it. But it's quite a cool little action feature. And I call these like his shark fins, because it looks very shark-like. And they're like a hard plastic with a little bit of flexibility in them, so they're not going to snap, but just still be careful anyway. And they're quite sharp as well. They're not sharp, too sharp, and to be fair, these figures are 4 and plus, so still be careful. And then the legs, I've got a bit of a paint blemish. They could have finished that little bit of white going down to the leg there. And the same there, it's got a bit of a blemish, but it's not real bad. It is still quite clean. I've seen a lot worse on other figures. I like its star on the front of the nose. That's nicely done as well. The teeth are not sharp. They're quite blunt, but I can't remember if he does have sharp teeth or not. Yeah, I think in the series, I think he does have sharp teeth. So obviously, I think they've done some things for safety reasons. Same with these not being real sharp either. But overall, I think it still looks really, really cool. It's a really awesome figure, and I really like the action feature as well. It moves really smoothly. So yeah, there's no articulation on the head. You can swivel its arms going all the way around. That's really nice. And you can move them down, up. And the same goes to this side. And on the anime, I've actually seen him fly. So you can actually make him look like he's flying if you really wanted to. Or it could even go swimming in the sea. I know it's a dragon type, but who's to say it can't. Yeah, and the arms move really nice and smooth. So you do get some really good posability for if you wanted it for play purposes. And if you wanted him to just sit there on your shelf, obviously you'd have to stick his feet down. But you could still pose him really nicely on a shelf as well. And you can stand him on his own, but you have to just bring this leg a little bit forward. And he does really look good. He looks really cool and menacing As you can see there, his eye looks really nicely done. They've just done some things a bit blown just for safe reasons. But to be fair, these are quite sharp and his feet are quite sharp. When I was getting him out the packaging, his feet actually caught my hand a little bit. And yet you can move the legs as well. So this leg moves really nice. And, oh, and this one does as well. But for some reason it seems to get stuck. But you can do a really cool running action with him. And it's just basically the standard articulation. It's one of the, out of all the other figures I've seen from this line, it's probably one of the most articulated ones other than the bigger figures. The Charizard figure is, they could have articulated his legs, but they never. And the Blastoise figure I didn't do a review on, but he has got articulation on his legs. But they're very, like, they don't move very well. But they still added that on a stumpier leg figure. That they added that, but they couldn't do it on Charizard. And scale size, I think he is literally the same size as Charizard. I'm not entirely sure. I might do a size comparison. I might not. But yeah, you have to just bring its leg a little bit forward. And you can do some really good posability with just the arms overall. And he is just such a cool figure. I just wish that they could stand him. I wish I could just stand. Oh, wait there. I think I have stood him. So if you balance the tail right, you could actually stand him with his legs a little bit forward. I just had it then, but it's obviously moved again. There. No, it's not happening. I don't know why he can't stand. I thought he would be able to stand considering his legs are a nice size. But if you pushed his legs a little bit forward, he can. So yeah, there isn't really much more I can say about this figure. He is a really cool figure, and if you're a Pokemon fan and you love Garchomp, then you're going to definitely love this figure. I'm going to do a size comparison with Charizard because I am a bit curious. So I'm quickly doing a size comparison. I even got Blastoise as well, considering I didn't do a review on him. But as you can see, he does pretty much stand the same size as Charizard. I already said when I did my Venusaur review, which if you haven't seen that and you really like Venusaur, check out that on my channel. He is one of my favourite figures what came from this line, and my Dragon Knight and Gyarados, they're my three favourite figures what came out from this line. And if they come out with Gala Region, Ponyta, then that is going to be the hands down my favourite, depending on what it actually looks like in figure form, as I've only seen it on a blade figure photo, sorry. But yeah, this is a scale comparison, and I always said that Charizard I think should have always been a little bit bigger about here, and Blastoise maybe a little bit shorter, which they have got the scale size done in this comparison. But when you compare it to the Venusaur, he should have been a little bit bigger. He is taller, but obviously Venusaur's lower, but his body's bigger. But he should have been still a little bit taller. Blastoise should have been a little bit taller as well. But all three of these still look absolutely awesome. And they articulated the legs on this one as well. But they didn't articulate the legs on Charizard. He's got like a firing action feature, which is really cool. You can actually keep his mouth open like that. So these would be really cool for play purposes because they are really strong figures. They don't feel weak. Some do and some don't. This is why I've said in my previous videos that some of the toys from this line have been a bit hit and miss, but I love Pokemon, so I'm going to collect them nonetheless. Unless there's somewhat catch me eye and there's some don't catch me eye. But yeah, this is a quick size comparison, and they look awesome together. They're going to look really good for photography and play purposes. And just to sit there on your display, I suppose. But yeah, I'm just going to take these two away. And I'm going to do my overall thoughts. So my overall thoughts on this figure is I would definitely give it, if I was to give it a scale to 1 to 10 for the articulation, I'd give it a 10. I would give it past the 10 if they could have just added a little bit of a straighter leg so it could actually stand a different way. So yeah, I give it a 10 out of 10 because it can still stand, which is great. The paint app, brilliant. Little blemishes, I'd probably give that a 9 out of 10. The action feature, I give it a 10 out of 10. And the overall figure itself is a 10 out of 10. So I do think it's well worth adding to your Pokemon collection. And I'm going to just bring these two back again because I think they looked really cool together. And I'm hoping it comes out in the UK soon. So get your hands on it if you can. And if you want to get it and you want to pay that a little bit more, get it off from Amazon US. But for now, this review is done. And I have got some other toy related stuff coming up soon, and I have got some Jurassic World stuff coming up soon, and I do a big mixed range of toy stuff on my channel, so please give this video a thumbs up, like and subscribe to my channel, hit that alarm bell for more toy related stuff, and I will see you on the next one, guys. Bye.